Yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening and welcome. A few items, if everyone could silence their cell phones or actions, etc. Our meetings are public and recorded. This is a business meeting, so we ask everyone to conduct themselves in a professional manner. Our code allows for public comment after 3 minutes, and for best sound quality, please lean into these microphones to speak. So with that, we'll call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. First off, will be roll call.
Councilmember Parsons.
Here.
Councilmember Gabriel.
Here.
Councilmember Mueller.
Here.
Councilmember Hanagut.
Here.
Councilmember Demond.
Here.
Councilmember Negoy.
Here.
Councilmember Doja.
Here.
Councilmember Peel.
Okay, thank you. Everyone's here this evening. So first off, I'll call for a motion to approve the financial statements.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? Roll call voting with Parsons.
Hey.
Okay, motion carries. Next up, I'll call for a motion to approve the estimated and listed bills which are found in your packet.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? Roll call voting with Hebert.
Hey.
Okay, motion carries. Next up, is there a consideration of any additional bills from anyone? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on. Correspondence, public and guest comments, anyone? Hearing none, we'll move on. Consent agenda, we have items A through V. Before I read them all, does anyone want any item pulled out separately? Hearing none, I will pull item T as in Tom, that date change for the recycling day, from July 11th to August 1st. That is not going to be held on city property anymore. It will be held at the high school due to some scheduling conflicts. So we don't need to make a motion on that. So I'll skip over that as I go down the list. Okay, the consent agenda items. A is to approve city council meeting minutes of June 1st and June 15th. B is to approve to apply for the 2026 Energy Transition Community Grant. C is authorization to approve to use the option of a letter of credit. D is approval of proposal from Oates and Associates for the 2026 ITEP grant proposal not to exceed $7,000. E, approval to advertise in the Discover Downstate Illinois Fall and Winter Tourism Times magazine for $700. That's our portion. F, approval for any city official or department head to attend the IML annual conference in Chicago, September 17th to 19th. G, to approve ordinance number 1584, street legal golf cart permits. H, approve to hire Mirage Hudson as a part-time police officer pending psychological eval, drug screening, and physical. I, approval of CTS quote for additional city hall or police cameras and license and service contract not to exceed $14,000 plus a $59 monthly service fee for a 3-year period. J, approval of Ed Morris quote for a 2026 Dodge Durango pursuit vehicle not to exceed $43,000. K, approval of Datatronics quote to equip said 2026 Dodge Durango pursuit vehicle not to exceed $19,000. L, approval to purchase a storage shed for the shooting range not to exceed $3,000. M, approval to hire Helen Mackey as a part-time crossing guard pending physical and drug screening. N, approval of St. Peter's UCC request to close part of Randolph Street for VBS closing picnic on July 10th, starting at 4 p.m. O, approval of Dietrich Bank's request to have a 2-person band at September 10th Grass Park Customer Appreciation Event. E, approval of Santa's Village to collect at the 4-way stop on July 23rd from 3 to 6 p.m. Q, approval of Knights of Columbus Evansville to collect at the 4-way stop on September 11th, 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. R, approval of St. John the Baptist Knights of Columbus Council 12152 to collect at the 4-way stop on September 12th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. S, approval of beautification committee to collect at the 4-way stop on November 13th from 2 to 5 p.m. and the 14th from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. U, approval of Red Bud America 250 Festival Committee appointments. That's Administrative Officer Joe Landgraf, Mayor Susan Harbach, Brad Mayberry, Todd Tobin, Andre Jenkins, Kathy DePress, and Pam Miller, and Kevin Miller. And item V, approval to hire Ty Voss as a co-op student worker pending physical and drug screening. So with that, I will entertain a motion for the consent agenda items as read.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? Roll call voting with Mueller.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Okay, motion carries. Next up, reports of standing committees. We'll kick off with the finance committee.
Nothing to report at this time.
Okay, we will move on. Is there anything from personnel?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, anything from public health and safety?
Nothing further.
Okay, then we have cultural as an item.
Yeah, we've got one request here from the American Legion Riders, Post 199, collective four-way on July 18th. From 10 to 2, all paperwork seems to be good, so I'll make a motion that we approve that.
Okay, we have a motion. Yeah, we have a motion and second. Any further discussion on that? Okay, hearing none, roll call voting starts with Donovan.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Okay, motion carries. Is there anything else for cultural?
Nothing further. Oh, we do have a call out that we're 54 days from the American 250 celebration on August 29th.
Okay, countdown is on. Thank
Looking
you.
forward to it.
All right. Public Works is up next.
I've got two items. First one is for a lineman position. Would like to make a recommendation to hire Jacob Stellhorn as an electric apprentice #1. We're starting to pay as proposed at $26.53. Pending physical and drug testing.
Motion to accept.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to employ Jacob Stelhorn as our electric apprentice 1. Starting pay of $26.53, and that's pending a pre-employment physical and drugs testing. Any further discussion on that? Roll call with Demond.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Hey,
Hey. Hey.
Motion carries.
next is a training request from Brian Schleter to go to his lab 2 for electrical apprentice, not to exceed $3,000. So I'd like to make that a recommendation.
Okay, so that's a motion.
Motion. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Second.
okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? Roll call with Newboy.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Hey,
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Okay, motion carries.
that's it.
That's it. Okay, anything from zoning this evening?
Nothing.
Okay, recreational facilities. Looks like we have an item to speak.
Yeah, we have one item, on the Red Bud City pool closing date, Carla Wingraf, who manages the pool, asked that we keep it open a little bit longer this year. She sent the information to Liz. It looks like it would add another 39 hours of, lifeguard time, and she's looking at, I guess, having it open Saturday and Sunday until, Saturday and Sundays from 10 to 5. There is money in the budget for this. The exact closing date, I don't really have a set date. I would just recommend that we leave it open until ready to close it. I mean, just, that's up to you guys, but unless we have a hard date, I'm okay with staying open later than what we want to do.
Do we need a motion to?
Technically, the budget was through a certain date, so it wouldn't hurt us to just cover ourselves in this way we're extending it, and Liz thought there was still enough. Play within the budget that she could accommodate, so. And then Josh, we're okay as far as water quality, as long as Carla checks it daily, and then you'll do your.
Yeah, I'll do my weekly checks and then she'll keep doing what she's doing, so.
As long as weather permits, it makes sense to me.
Maybe investment. Yeah, so I guess I would make a motion to extend the pool closing date until the pool manager is ready to close it with the city superintendent in agreement. That way they can work together and close the pool.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to extend the pool closing date this year. Any further discussion on that? Roll call voting with Doja.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
Hey,
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Motion carries. Next up is executive session minutes review. I don't think there's anything there. Planning commission, anything extra
No.
there? Economic Development Commission, anything extra there, Riley, to share? Okay, then we're back to Parks and Recreation Committee. I think there's minutes here, and that's about it.
Nothing.
Okay, we'll move on past that to no old business. But we'll chug along here to new business. You got a July calendar in your packets, since you were already at the 6th. So the 9th is library board meeting. We're back here on the 20th for committee meetings. The 21st is marked as planning commission. I'm not certain.
They're going out.
They canceled.
They're canceled, that meeting.
Right, mark off the 21st, that was canceled. Rodney, do you feel you'll need an economic development commission? Okay, so then we will plan on economic development on the 22nd. Any other changes to the calendar? Okay, then the calendar will stand as presented. We are up to other comments, anyone?
I do, I kind of wanted to address something I've never commented before on anything that's been placed in the paper, but the last article that was submitted by John Worrell, it makes it sound like we did not do our due diligence with the banquet hall that we just passed for a special use permit, and it seems like we just jammed it, you know, through a committee and how we got this through so fast. So I just kind of want the people to know that there is a process in place that has a lot of people that are involved. It goes through the planning commission. They send out notices to all the businesses nearby, the residents. Any adjacent property. No one that I'm aware of showed up. I never received a phone call. It just makes it sound like we're not listening to the residents of Redbud, and I don't believe that's true. I still personally carry a landline because I want to be able to have people get a hold of me. And when I read things like this, it does not make it seem like we're doing what we should be doing, and that's false. It goes through planning commission, they got notices, then it goes to committee, and then it goes to city council. We had no complaints except one person who also wrote this, which is fairly deceiving in the way that it's interpreted. So I just wanted to put that out there. I want the city to understand that we have a process that involves nothing but pretty much volunteers, because we don't get paid much of anything, much less the committees, which is all, you know, different people of, you know, different titles and different jobs, and has nothing to do with the city other than what's better for it. So I wanted to just kind of say that I'm good now. There's many other things that I could easily cover with regard to this, but I just wanted them to understand that there's a process and nothing was rushed through and everything is above board. Thank you.
Anyone else? One thing to note, on July 20th, prior to our committee meetings, we're going to have 2 hearings. At 5:30, we will have an ITEP hearing. That would be for the ITEP grant that we want to try and submit for to enhance some sidewalks in town. And then at 5:45 would be the OSLAD hearing. That's the OSLAD grant, possibly for Lincoln Park. We need to do our due diligence for a hearing for that as well. So we've got a jam-packed evening on the 20th that starts at 5:30 already. So that looks so happy, Kurt.
I will be on vacation from July 11th through for 2 weeks, so Jill will be able to sign anything that needs to be signed, and Jill will be responsible for making sure that the minutes are the meetings recorded and the hearings, and then I'll take care of the minutes when I get back, but they won't be until the last minute.
I also won't be here on the 20th.
Get all our little housekeeping done here this evening, so. Okay, anything else from anyone else? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We stand adjourned at 6:00.